What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up?
We back, y'all. We back. Had to take a little off week.
I
Just
had to take a little off. We had a lot of stuff going on. You know,
yeah, yeah, man. Life happens. Um,
school, life.
you know, stuff happens, and just keep on moving forward. You know.
Yeah. Hopefully, y'all got the chance to at least tune into the live we had last week, last Saturday. You know,
Yeah,
nothing much happened. We just chopped it up for a little bit.
yeah. Something slight. Something slight for y'all, just so y'all know we okay.
Yeah, we didn't want to give y'all no content for a whole week.
Exactly, exactly. We want to definitely start interacting more with y'all as well. Um, we'll get to that later in the episode. We got a we got a special episode coming up for y'all this week. Um, Jalen, you wanna
Yeah,
introduce the
man.
topic?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So over the past couple days, I saw this a lot on Instagram. A lot of people were posting the short clip from I Am Athlete, hosted by Brandon Marshall, Fred Taylor, Chad Johnson. There's one other man name on there, former NFL player. But and they came across the topic of basically why don't men express their feelings to one another if they're so cool with each other, if they consider each other best friends, brothers, all this stuff, why don't they express their feelings? And that got me thinking, is there truly a safe space for men to express their feelings? Now, me personally, I don't think there is, just because I don't think we were conditioned to do that. We weren't conditioned as men, just from society, especially as black men, from our culture, society in general. It was pretty much always hold your feelings in, don't talk about them. If you talk about it with anybody, it can only be your partner.
Yep.
Uh, and that's pretty much it. You can talk about it with your homies a little bit, but it's pretty much just, yo, what's been going on? Hey man, I've been feeling down lately. Hey man, keep your head up, and that's it. Like, just keep your head up type stuff, and we keep it pushing. We don't want to get too deep into that because we're seen as emotional and weak and like a punk or whatever. So yeah, man, that was pretty much like the quick answer I got from it, like in my head. Wesley, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that sentiment, I should say. Um, you know, us as men, like you said, we weren't really conditioned to talk about our feelings like that. It's not like we weren't like it's not like we weren't supposed to, you know, like
Yeah.
but it's not, you know, it's it's kind of crazy, honestly. Just how men we hold our feelings in. Honestly, we just keep them to ourselves. Um, you know, show this little, you know, happy side or whatever. When we out in public, and we come home, we think about a lot of stuff, but we never really cry in public. At least or not cry in public, but cry in private. Um, we,
Honestly,
we don't show emotion. Honestly, we just like soulless individuals. If you,
it
you
like
think
that
about it.
was it wasn't taught to us per se, but it was when we were younger. Like, if we fell down or something, or got our feelings hurt by another kid, saying something crazy, taking a candy or something, it was just stop crying,
Yeah,
don't cry, boys don't cry, whatever. Feel me? And then we grow up, and we still got that same mentality of, shoot, can't nobody see me cry. I got to be the tough dude. Even if you're not a tough dude, even if that's not your thing, it's still, I can't let nobody else see me cry.
yeah,
Like, you feel me? Like, I usually don't. I haven't cried actually in a while. Like, I don't cry. Not
yeah,
can't cry. I just don't.
yeah.
I just, those feelings I kind of like lock away, like you were saying, just hold them down.
Hmm.
Just be happy all the time. Smile
Yeah,
through it, pushing.
and I'm a pretty emotional guy. I put my heart and my emotions into basically everything I do. Um, but like I haven't cried like when when something sad has happened in a long time, or just like in general, like if I'm hurt or whatever, like I just don't cry. I'm conditioned not to cry, pretty much. Like
Pretty much,
it's
just
always a tough guy attitude.
pretty much is like feel it for the moment. Don't cry, but like feel it for the moment, and then
Move
because
on.
especially as men, like especially with men, we have to be the ones everybody else lean on.
Yeah,
Feel me? And I don't know if this is something. I don't know if I don't think I was taught this, but I know it's something like that I've developed. Like, okay, if they're leaning on me, I can't let them see me. You feel me? Like wavering in my stance. Of
honestly.
being solid. I can't let that. I can't let that happen. I can't let if if my girl's upset about something. Like she's upset because so and so passed away. If I was also close to that person, I can't, let that emotion out. I can, console her, be sad about the situation, but at the end of the day, I got to be strong for her.
Yep.
You know, it's very rare that we get the other way around. It would have to take something catastrophic for it to be the other way. It had to be like, okay, one of our mothers died for us to be able to
Honestly.
lean on, somebody else. And even then, we still probably gonna have the whole
Strong man attitude. Yeah.
so, like, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it hurts, but around your boys, you don't. Nah. I mean, like, it's cool, like, it hurts. I'm a miss her, but she wouldn't want me crying out here. She wouldn't want that. That's not the man she raised well ever. As soon as you get
Yeah.
behind the door, you might break down. And I feel like that's something we don't talk about with men, and also we don't talk about the depression men have, and
Yeah.
it's because you look at a lot of suicides are done by men, like
Hmm.
and this stuff happened by men. I feel like that's a part of the reason.
Yeah. That's definitely a overlooked thing. Um, men can be sad and depressed as well. Um, I think I think it's definitely the whole toxic masculinity thing.
For sure.
Just having to put on a front for basically the world. Like, oh, men don't cry. Oh, you know, men aren't supposed to, be soft or whatever.
Yeah, and I
Like
feel like
it's crazy.
is that really? And obviously, it's some of our fault as men for not doing it.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, it can I can see where people would put the blame or some of the blame on women,
Yeah.
and I'm not like to try to bash women or anything like that, but you also get women who are saying things like, a guy shows emotion, it's ooh, you a bitch, you feel me, you're not a real man, like you're not a real man, you over here
Yeah. Like
crying with your crying, like trying to show the emotion, and then it's like, oh, you too emotional, but then you say, you know what, bump it, I'm gonna just kind of disconnect.
yeah.
You never talk, you never open up, you never talk to me about how you feeling. I know this is bothering you, whatever. And then, you get kind of meltdowns and explosions of either anger or whatever the reason may be.
Hmm.
You
I think
like,
that's a problem in relationships. I think just not being able to a man not being able to communicate, his feelings. Like the man is always supposed to, be asking about the female, but a lot of
mm.
a lot of women don't ask about, you know, the man's feelings, how he's feeling,
Or they
Not
do ask,
I'm not saying
but
all, but
or they do ask, they just don't mean it. More of a, okay, let me get you through your shit so I can get back to my shit.
yeah, Like
Yeah,
it's not truthful, you know.
yeah. It's not.
It's
You
not
know.
genuine. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not. That's the word I'm looking for.
yeah. And I think, and like we said before, like men have been conditioned to not open up, so we'll mess around. We'll just be like, oh yeah, I'm good, you know. Um, Nothing's wrong, but deep down inside, you know, there's something wrong. But you know, you just don't want to open up.
And
And
it's with simple stuff too, like ask, "How was your day?" What's the immediate answer? Oh, it was fine. It was cool. It was okay. It was
yeah,
good. Stuff like that. Whereas women, not the same all the time, but are more likely to actually go in depth and say like, "Oh, how was your day?" Uh, it was terrible, or blah blah had me, blah blah had me messed up today. They came in this, they over here, they doing this, and they was aggravated over here. And she told me to go do this. We might get some hand claps or hand movements and stuff. Like, you get that out of women as well. Men is how it work. I mean, it was work. It was work. I mean, it is what it is.
yeah.
Then kind of, that's it. Then you mess around, you do start drinking a bunch. Like, why you drinking? Why you drinking all the time? All of a sudden, like, man, you drinking all the time now.
Like
Like,
what's
that's what
going on?
happens.
Yeah, and it
Exactly.
just it like it piles up on top and on top of each other, like, and eventually it explodes. And that's, I think, that, like I said, I think that's the problem with a lot of relationships now. Like, men don't express their feelings; they keep them piled up, and eventually it's got to come out, you know. So
I feel like, man, as men, we also run from a lot of conversations. And we run from a lot of conversations just because we haven't been either one, we aren't ready to have the conversation, or we just it's uncomfortable to have the conversation that we're supposed to be having. And I don't know if you knew this, but the voices went up like crazy
really,
during the height of the pandemic. Yeah, like the voices were going crazy, bro. Like niggas were not trying to be with each other no more. Like they got
yeah,
tired of being around each other, or either they got tired or they realized, oh, I don't actually like you, or whatever. It was a lot of, or like just a lot of arguments because before it was you work and you might hate your job, but you came home for 10, 12 hours and you get a little bit of peace.
yep,
Now you stuck at home, whatever issue you had at the crib, you had to deal with that. It's
yeah.
not, oh, I
There,
had an issue at the crib, even though, I might have an issue at the crib. I just go sleep on the couch for the night, wake up, go to work in the morning, ain't got to deal with that no more. It
yeah,
was, now you got to sit there. It's a forced communication. And I feel like that ended a lot of relationships, but it's something that all relationships need. You need that forced communication, you need to have those hard conversations where you're expressing yourself, they're expressing themselves, and you come to an understanding. It's not a right or wrong, it's a compromise that you're really looking for.
yeah. There's no running from that, honestly. Um, when you locked up in the crib for 24 hours, like there's no running from that. The only
Yeah,
time you getting out is when you go to the grocery store. And yeah,
exactly.
so I can see why they went up. And yeah, like you said, we definitely need to have more forced conversations in relationships, because that would honestly save so much time, so many problems. Like, if two people can't come to an agreement, if a couple can't come to an agreement, like, they can just end it mutually. You feel me? Like, it's that simple. Instead of, staying in something that you feel is toxic, and you end off on a wrong note, like,
Like, yep, that staying in something. I feel like one, a lot of relationships end badly because they stay in something that they know is toxic.
yep,
Um, and I feel like a lot of good relationships end prematurely because they'll somebody will want to have the tough conversation.
honestly.
and it's gonna lead to an argument. Like I'm not at like you going with the tough conversation about how somebody DMing how your civic other responded to a DM, or you saw that they were DMing the same person a certain way. It won't, it won't um cause an argument.
Hmm.
Not gonna act like it's gonna just be a peaceful conversation where you say your piece, I say my piece, we done. It might start an argument, but you go from that, and then somebody escalates it to a whole nother situation, or they feel like, oh, we're arguing now. I'm gonna leave this. Well, you leave the argument before we resolve it. I'm gonna still have the issue.
You still gonna have the issue, exactly.
I'm gonna bring the issue back up. So now you bring the issue up again. Yeah, I understand you left or whatever. We ain't talked about it for a couple of days, but that still bothers me. And now you end up saying, F this relationship, we argue too much.
Yeah,
So, like, I feel like that happens quite a bit just because the same people don't want to have the conversation, male and female.
yeah, and I think like we said at the start, it all goes back to you know men having to open up more. Honestly, that's what the root of the call. That's what the root of the problem is. Like men, us as men, have to open up more, and especially black men. Like I don't think we truly have a safe place. I mean, we should, but I feel like we don't feel like we do. Like it, like we can talk to our mothers about things, but it's kind of weird when you get into
I would say then when you get into certain topics, you don't even feel comfortable going there just because that is your mother at the
that's
end of
your
the
mother, yeah.
day. You can't go, and not all men feel like they can go to their significant other about it. And then your homies, it's like I said earlier, is usually like you kind of skim over it. You just talk about it for like maybe a couple minutes, and then you'll get the conversation off you, and you might go to a broader topic or
Yeah,
just switch the topic altogether.
yeah.
So
Because me and you,
it's gonna be something that as
yeah, me and you have done that
go ahead.
before. Like, you know,
Yes.
we've had conversations about certain certain things that have happened, but it will be like we'll skim the surface of it, and then we'll talk about like something else. We would like kind of avoid the problem. Like,
Like yeah, we talk about oh how yeah, I mean, I miss whatever, or I felt this way, but okay, yeah, cool, cool, cool. But yeah, just in general, with this and how this feels, and
yeah,
just switch the topic altogether.
yeah, it wasn't a deep, you know, like, so what's the root problem,
Like, why
type
do
of
you think
conversation.
that happened? It's not like why do you think that happened? How is that truly making you feel right now? It's more so of a. I mean, right now I'm straight. I'm cool. I'm kicking with my boy. Blah blah. But okay, I understand you kicking it. We kicking it. So yeah, you might be in a good mood. We around the people. So you in a good yay. But when you alone,
Yeah,
yeah, how you be feeling? Like what be going on? And that's
exactly.
not.
Yeah, exactly. And okay, so let me ask you this: what about black men and their fathers? Like, how does that, like, communication wise? Because I know, like, your dad has been in your life,
Yeah.
and my dad has been in my life, so we can't really, you know, have the same perspective as somebody who's either lost their dad or their dad just left early in
Wasn't
their.
there or just some type of separation.
Yeah, because personally, I think I do not talk to my dad about like really anything. I do the same thing. I talk to my dad like I talk to you. It's kind of
I'm gonna
weird.
say like
Like,
that's exactly what I was gonna say. I didn't know if I was gonna sound messed up for that, but it's basically the same way, where it's just kind of actually like I might not even get into an issue. It's like just very surface level, basically just normal, cooling. locker room type of conversations.
Yeah.
It's, oh, you saw what was going on with KD, and this, yeah, you might have a great conversation about that, but that's it. It's like might talk about that, might talk about if we saw something funny, might have a cool conversation about this that, but it's never um yeah. So I know you and blah may have broken up, or you and blah going through something, or I know this happened to you. I heard this happened to you. I know you said something about this happened to you. How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
You know, you've seemed stressed out lately. What's going on? You've been real quiet lately. You haven't been coming out your room. Like, there's an issue. It's just, yo, like,
What's
what's
up?
up? What's up? You good? Yeah, I'm good. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Good.
I know, like, since I've been in college, my dad, he calls me just, to check up on me. Like, you're like, yo, what's up? How's college?
Yeah.
How's classes going? And then we'll just start talking about FAFSA and, money and just the general things about life, but nothing like in depth, And I mean, I don't have a problem with any of that, honestly. It's just we don't talk about personal things like that.
Like, we should feel comfortable going to really going to our parents about our relationships because they're in relationships. Both our parents are married. So
Yeah.
being able to go there, or even if they aren't married, they've had experiences, obviously, since we're in the world. Like they've had experiences with, you know, people. So you should be able to go to, I should be able to go to my dad, like, yo, this happened, blah, blah, how do I deal with this?
Yeah.
Or my mom be like, how do I deal with this? Like, honestly, in my house, I go to my oldest sister a lot. Like she's taught me a lot about relationships and just the game in general, if we want to call it that.
Yeah.
If we want to call it that, like when, the game and all that stuff. And I feel like a lot of guys with older sisters, that's probably where they get, most of their knowledge about women from. Either just watching them or conversations with
Yep.
them. So
Yeah. I get a lot of I get a lot of girl advice, well, advice, if you would call it, from my older brother, my oldest brothers, I should say. Um, we just talk about, what's going on, especially since I've been in a relationship. Like, he'll be like, how you and your girl, blah blah blah, you know, how how you feeling, blah blah blah. It's simple stuff. I mean, I I can't say though. Like I have had like one talk with him with my youngest older brother, if you get what I'm saying, um, about about my relationship, and I mean, it was something that's like that was definitely like my first time having a relationship talk, like a true relationship talk about you know with my brothers, like any of them. It's partially because this is my first relationship in 6 years, but other part is I just never opened up to them, back when I was in one. So
honestly, like I don't know if you have the same thing, but I know I do of like keep keep that business, between you and them.
yeah.
But you do need outside advice because you don't know all the answers. So you wouldn't need that. But I've always had this thing of if you are in the situation, stay out of the situation. Like I'm not go like it wouldn't go until it's like to the point where it's unfixable.
Yeah.
Or something like that, where it's to a situation where it's I feel like either I need to get up out of here or you know you feel me?
Yeah.
Like I'm having the thoughts of leaving, then it's like okay, let me go talk to somebody about this
Yeah.
before. It's never just um during the process during the relationship of yeah, shorty did this, Um, yeah, how would that make you feel as a woman if I did something very similar back to you?
Mhm.
It's not that. It's just we straight. It's cool. It's fine. Like it be know me. It's even been that way post breakups. Like
Yeah.
if you ask about, yo, why didn't you and so work out? What happened between you and so so? I've always kept it very politically correct, diplomatic. Just things didn't work out. Not everybody's meant to be with each other. It's still a great person. Blah blah. Cool, 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 cool. But okay, hey, okay, that don't tell me nothing. That
Yeah.
don't tell me nothing. Like that don't give you no advice for the future.
Right.
You know, you feel me?
And it's kind of weird. Like eventually, like at some point, it gets to the point where you gotta tell somebody. So,
Yeah,
and this here's the thing that I just thought about. Like, if you want to be real, I talk about most of my problems if I have one. Well, let me take it back. When I was single, I talked about most of my girl problems to my friends that are girls. Like I rarely came to y'all. Now that I think about it, like I would talk to my close girlfriends, well, friends that are girls, I should say,
yeah.
and like they would give me advice. And I think I don't know if that's because they're women as well, or if
Y'all
that's
don't like process.
yeah. I mean, or if that was because I just didn't feel like talking to y'all about it. I don't know what it was, but
It was me. It was I felt okay. They're women. They would know. That's the face. And then also just I felt like they'd be more accepting of it. You know,
yeah,
they'd be a lot more emotionally available to the conversations.
yeah,
And if one of the homies were, it's not like they aren't the homies, but you feel me? Like I know if I go to you, it's like that's an awkward conversation to have about.
yeah.
Oh, you heartbroken, bro? You heartbroken? What you
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah, cause bro,
What
niggas be like, bro,
about?
you a simp, bro. Like
Bro, you sipping on it. It's like
you
you
sipping,
sad
dog.
on it, shorty. I mean, you said. I mean, yeah, we just spent a year of our lives together. Like
Yeah,
do a lot of stuff together, bro. Yeah, yeah, I'm sad.
niggas were more like, oh, this nigga.
But get over here. It was like, and it goes straight. But man, fuck these hoes, bro. We in these streets, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck, get this bread.
and that's not really advice, like
It's like,
it's
it's
more
not.
like it's like directing the problem to something
It's
else, but it's
basically just okay. That's basically how in my head hurt people get started. Cause like, bro, you're not helping me get over this. Like,
no.
I understand, and I think I've said it on here like, oh, and I know like this is part of the issue. I think I've said like, yeah, I'm giving like 7 days. I'm giving you a good 7 days to be over it. And you get
Yeah.
7 cool days to soap and stuff, and then you over. Like that's not how it works. Like I know that's not how it works, but that's in my head. Like I don't, and this is I think an issue with men. I don't want to hear about that issue for more than 7 days in a row. After 7 days, stop talking to me about it. Like don't bring it up no more.
Yeah.
So, that might be part of the issue, or it
I
probably
think
is part of the issue.
yeah, I would say that's definitely part of the issue. Now that I think
But
about it,
it's part
it's
of the issue where like dudes have kind of a cabo, like the first couple times you come to about it, maybe the day or so after. If I would have came to you like the day or so after, probably yeah, man, blah blah, cool, whatever. A
yeah.
week and a half, 2 weeks later, it starts to get like,
It's like
yo,
this. He won't
I
shut
don't know what
up.
to tell you. Like you won't shut up about it. And I've done it to a couple other friends where not like I've stopped talking to, but like the advice is it went from, it'd be long paragraphs or stuff like, nah, bro. But yeah, man, like I do that where it'd be for the first couple times you hit me about something, it'll be, nah, bro. Like I completely see where you come from. You have a right to feel that way. She shouldn't have done this. But then again, I would try to give both sides of the story where it's okay, but you did say this about that situation. So I can see why she did that. But this is just, so next time just be more clear. You keep going on about it for a week or so, then it's nah, bro. I mean, like, I feel you. That's crazy. what emphasize this message, like that message, like is that I get on that type of vibe, and that's part of the issue, like not willing to be there and want to help,
Help a
or not
brother out.
want to keep having those conversations.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I just
Yeah,
think, yeah, that's that's part of the problem. I just think we gotta men have to open up to other men first. That sounds kind of sus, but at the same time, it don't. Well,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a weird topic to talk about because like I said, we've been conditioned to not talk to each other about our problems. But like at the end of the day, I think honestly, we just have to start opening up to each other first before we start opening up to other women. I mean, unless the woman in your life is more important than your homies, like your mother and your significant other. But yeah, I just think we just gotta open up more.
honestly,
We gotta look out, especially black men. We gotta look out for each other.
we got to look out for each other, especially in today's time.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I hope you know people viewing this. I hope y'all take something from this. Honestly, spread the good word. Um, you gotta protect each other. You know, gotta protect each other. Gotta look out for our brothers and sisters.
Yeah,
Very important too.
very important. That's all I really got on that. I feel like that's a really good conversation we just had. That's a great conversation we just had about safe spaces. Um, I don't feel like there's really much else that I really have to talk about. Uh, Drake is dropping tonight.
Yeah,
No, by the time y'all hear this, it'll be out.
yeah,
But Scary Hours 2 is dropping. Um, I feel like I already know one of the songs is gonna be on there. Um, because of some recent posts that he's made. Um, he I saw he's getting like a new Sirius XM station
yep,
called Down 42. So if if you know the leak, then that makes sense. Um, so I feel like I know one of the songs, but other than that, um, nothing else on that. I'm excited. I'm ready for the album to drop.
yeah, man. It'll be the first time one of the big three drop in a minute.
Yeah,
Him, Kendrick, J. Cole.
yeah, a true album, not just a collection of songs or just some shit that he just want to get out of here.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
looking forward to it.
I'm ready for it, man. Drake got some bars, bro. He been in this for a long time.
Yeah, long time now. Like what, 11, 12, 13 years, something like that.
Something crazy like that, bro.
Something crazy. Um, feel like that's all really for this episode that I got. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, man. Uh, just y'all stay safe out here. Starting to get warm, so y'all enjoy the warm weather. Um, yeah.
Allergy season. Keep your Zyrtex and everything with you.
you know, you know the
Especially,
vibes.
you got to keep it in the car.
I
Um,
be sneezing, bro.
but my nose been running these past couple days. I swear to God. Well, chasing my ass. I swear to God.
It's starting to hit, bro. It's starting to
It's
hit.
starting to hit. But I feel like that's all for this episode. Um, shout out to everybody who's listening. Um, appreciate all the love, the support over the first. What episode is this? Like
Seven,
I feel
seven,
seven,
seven.
seven. This is lucky number seven. Um, so appreciate all the love over the first set of episodes we've had here. Um, really appreciate it helping us keep going and hoping to build this thing, keep the momentum going. Hopefully there'll be no more interruptions and there won't be another week without an episode. but I feel like we are gonna start we're gonna start going live more with each other. So make sure you follow the at two dudes kicking it Instagram so you can be notified with that. And that's all I got.
Yeah, man. Y'all keep supporting us. Please share our videos or at least watch the videos. Um and like the videos.
Like,
You know,
comment,
share,
subscribe if you're not
subscribe.
subscribe if you're not already subscribed.
Yeah, man.
Um, it helps the channel grow, of course. And that's all we want. We just want the channel to grow. We want to be able to have these type of conversations,
That's all.
just with a community of people, and see y'all talk and possibly spark conversation with you and your friends and your immediate circles or whatever. So yeah,
Yeah, man. Don't be afraid to start conversations, based off of our videos. Um,
with communication will save a lot of relationships, both professional, intimate, friendships, all that. It will save a lot of those relationships.
yeah. Honestly, honestly, how you think me and Jalen been friends for so long?
Come on now.
We talk and joke to each other. That's all.
You got to do the science. They ain't doing the science.
They, they not doing the math. It's
They
two
ain't doing the
plus
math. Come on, it's two plus
four.
two.
It's four.
Easy math.
It's so
Quick,
easy.
quick math.
Quick math. Quick math.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Y'all. Until next time, y'all be safe.
Y'all be blessed.
Peace out.
We'll see y'all, man.